I want to talk about FoMRHI. Now, you may not know what FoMRHI is. It's 50 years old, and I went on their website. I've been a member for 40 years, but I went on their website to see, and I think their description is really clear. FoMRHI was founded in 1975 as an organisation of people with historical musical instruments. It's aimed to promote authenticity and the preservation of original instruments, in making reproductions of such instruments and in their use. Membership is open to anyone interested in any of these items. All members receive FoMRHI quarterly, which includes a bulletin of notes and news, requests for and offers of information, replies and questions, and a number of papers called communications, or comms. These are of varying lengths and range from speculative to the thoroughly researched, and from the practical to the theoretical and the philosophical. They include books and other reviews, detailed information on how to make useful gadgets, instrument design information, debates on previous communications. I joined 40 years ago, and I've just come to accept that several times a year I'm going to receive this wonderful package of wisdom, knowledge, speculation. It's absolute treasury. And this is before the internet, remember. There weren't forums and chat rooms and things where you could share. This was a generous act of instrument makers sharing their knowledge between each other. Now, so many instruments from the past have survived. Well, so many. And we know a lot about the instruments themselves, and we're learning more about them, but we know very little about the makers. And when you go back even further, people are now reviving the aulos. Well, that can be up to 4,000 years ago. We don't know about the makers or any of the wisdom. So this is trying to gain more wisdom into actually making things. It's a lot of healthy debates in this, and sometimes they do get quite heated. And, well, like the internet, but much slower in between. And my favourite communication of all, it's kind of delight I'm ashamed of, but why the load of gut for lute bass strings is the only hypothesis that fills the requirements of 7 criteria arising from a consideration of historical evidence. They print whatever they receive, so there's no editorial policy at all apart from that. And the majority of the communications are about stringed instruments. However, there's been a wonderful series recently by a Dutch maker of recorders, Jan Bouters, really useful ones about instrument making, all sorts of tips I picked up from him. It's not just early musical instruments, there's also someone who's really interested in 19th century bell harps and the fairy bells. All communications are currently free to download, so you can go into their index online. And I've supplied various comms in the past, but now I'm spending more time trying to pass on some of the wisdom that I've learnt, some of the knowledge and wisdom on the internet, on YouTube. But it's wonderful generosity from all these people, and many of the people who write this communications have since died. So have a look, go online, have a look. It's such a treasury. Do check it out and perhaps subscribe. I think currently it's only £21 a year.